Let me see. That was yours?
Yes.
You need one?
Huh?
You need one?
Huh?
Do you need one?
Need what?
One of these. I'll find you one. I don't know who did it though.
I use it for school.
You need one tomorrow?
Huh?
Need one tonight? I'll get you one. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين وبعد فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة وكل ضلالة في النار. المرتبة الثالثة العزم على الفعل. The third level is having the determination for the action. And we stopped with the statement of the Shaykh Rahimahu Hafidhahullah, Shaykh Raslan. He said, فَلَا بُدَّ مِنْ عَقْدِ الْقَلْبِ عَلَى فِعْلِ مَا أَمَرَ اللَّهُ بِهِ. It is a must that to have the firmness of the heart in regard to establishing or carrying out what Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala has commanded. And he mentioned, he said, هذه مرتبة العزم أو العزم على فعل. He said that this level of doing or having the zeal or the determination or the eagerness of fulfilling the command of Allah in all those that Allah Jalla wa Ala has commanded. He said number one is one has to be taking it as a command of Allah, meaning to know that indeed it is a command of Allah. And then after that he loves it with all his heart, and have that which is the eagerness and the determination, the resolution to carry out the action. As Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala mentioned, فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَإِذَا عَزَمْتَ فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ. And when you all have a determination upon the consultation that is previously done, فَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ, and put your trust in Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Now Shaykh Raslan Hafidhahullah, he say al-azm. What is the meaning of al-azm? He say عقد القلب على إمضاء الأمر. It is that one will have a strong heart in regard to the subscription of the command of Allah. The one has to have a firm heart in regard to subscribing to the command of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. He say يقال عزمت الأمر, that I have come to a determination with this matter, or meaning I'm determined about this matter. وعزمت عليه, and I'm well eager in regard to carrying this. واعتزمت, and I'm resolved in regard to this matter. وقد أمر الله تبارك وتعالى بتلقي أوامره بالعزم والجد. He say indeed Allah تبارك وتعالى has commanded us to meet up with his command with that which is al-azm and al-jidd, which is to have eagerness and zeal and to have seriousness and earnestly to be carrying out his actions. قال تبارك وتعالى, as Allah Jalla wa Ala, he said, and this was a command that he gave to Yahya. He said, يا يحيى خذ الكتاب بقوة. O Yahya, take the book with seriousness, with eagerness, with earnestly. Take the book with seriousness, with zeal, with determination. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, he commanded us to meet up his commands with seriousness, with eagerness, with earnestly. Shaykh Raslan, he say meaning, and this was in Surah Maryam verse number 12, يعني بجد واجتهاد وعزم. He say by way of doing it in the way that is having this seriousness, in the way of ijtihadin, by way of bringing forth efforts, وعزم, and having determination. He say لا كمن يأخذ ما أمر الله به بتردد وفتور وتوان. He say not like those who they go in regard to the commands of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala with taraddud, with having doubts, with having shak, with being sluggish, and likewise with having delay and slowness in carrying out the acts of the commands of Allah Ta'ala. So the command of Allah, it is to be met with diligence, with seriousness, with earnestly, and likewise it is to be met with having the strong desire and the resolution to carry that action. Not like Barakallah fikum, it is not to be established upon taraddud, upon doubts, upon futur, upon sluggishness, upon coldness, upon tawanin, upon delay, and that which is slowness. He mentioned Hafidhahullah, وَالْهَمُّ الْأَوَّلُ الْإِرَادَةِ. He said the first concern of the action here, it is having that devotion of the action. The first concern that one has to have is to have the devotion for the action. وَالْهِمَّةُ نِهَايَةُ الْإِرَادَةِ. And likewise, having this concern and having, Barakallah fikum, this eagerness to be that which, alhamdulillah, that one will also have from the beginning and from the end, and from at the end of the action. So having concern at the beginning and having eagerness at the end of the action. He mentioned Hafidhahullah, وَالْهِمَّةُ الْأَوَّلُ الْعَزْمِ, that the first eagerness, the first zeal that the person has, it is to have the strong determination of the action. وَالْعَزْمُ صِدْقُ الْإِرَادَةِ. He said that determination is the truthfulness of how much the person wants this action. That the azm, it is the sidq of al-irada. It is the truthfulness of how much the person desires the action. And likewise putting them all together. Meaning putting together that which is the concern, and that which is the zeal and the zeal and the eagerness that the person has. He said, Hafidhahullah, وَالْجِدُّ صِدْقُ الْعَمَلِ. And now the devotion or the seriousness, it is to have the truthfulness of the action. وَبَذْلُ الْجُهُدِ فِيهِ. And to be bringing forth a great amount of efforts in regard to the action. This is what is the seriousness. So therefore the seriousness, Barakallah fikum, it is how much the person is putting forth efforts in regard to the action. In regard to the action. And as in regard to the ihtimam that the person has, it is the azm, meaning the azm of the sidq, right? The truthfulness of how much he desires that action. He mentioned wal-niyyah, and the intention, wal-irada, and the desire, wal-qasd, and that which the person is looking for. He say wal-azm, and that which is the determination. He say ibaratun, there are terminologies that are in reference to have, meaning they all mean one thing, and they are all in reference to halul qalbi, the level state of the heart. The level state of the heart in being inclusive of these two matters. Meaning having the determination, the truthfulness of the desire, and likewise that which is the truthfulness in regard to putting forth the truthfulness in regard to putting forth the actions. The Shaykh Hafidhahullah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, he mentioned, he say these two things that enclose the action. He say number one is al-amal. Al-amal. Al-ilm first, wal-amal. Al-ilm first, wal-amal. He say that these are the two things that enclose the action. And the seriousness, it is the level state of the heart of the person. And he say, Hafidhahullah, that the knowledge and the actions, he say they are those two things that the actions, they are being enclosed in. And he mentioned, Hafidhahullah, he say, Al-ilmu maqdumuhu. He say that the knowledge is that which is first and foremost. Meaning before the action, you have to have the knowledge first. He say, لِأَنَّهُ أَصْلُهُ وَشَرْطُهُ. Because the knowledge indeed is the origin of the action. It is the source of the action. It is the fundamental of the action. And the knowledge is also the condition of the correctness of the action. Meaning if the person, barakallahu fikum, he does not have knowledge, then how would the action be correct? And we all know that the shurut, the condition of something, it is what will make something to be sound, to be correct. So therefore this is why he say لِأَنَّهُ أَصْلُهُ, because the knowledge is the origin of the action. It is the fundamental of the action. It is the basics of the action. And likewise, وَشَرْطُهُ, it is its conditions. He say, وَالْعَمَلْ, as in regard to the action, it is only following the knowledge. The action is following the knowledge. He say, لِأَنَّهُ ثَمَرَتُهُ وَفَرْعُهُ, because the action, it is barakallahu fikum, it is following, the action is following the knowledge, and it is its fruits, and it is its branches. And there is a book by Imam by Shaykh al-Sa'idi rahimahullah that he called Shajaratul Iman. He called it Shajaratul Iman. Imam al-Sa'idi rahimahullah, he got a book. It's a beautiful book, alhamdulillah. He calls it Shajaratul Iman. طيب, the fruits of Iman. The fruits of Iman. طيب. Now here, when you hear the term, the title head, which is the Shajaratul Iman, now that shows you that the Iman is the what? The Shajaratul Iman, the trees of... The Iman is the asl. Right? The Iman is the asl. And we know that, barakallahu fikum, there is no Iman except that it is established upon knowledge. There is no belief except that it has to be upon knowledge. So that's why whatever the believer believes in, it must be upon what? Upon knowledge. And the knowledge cannot be, barakallahu fikum, by what comes by a dream. It is not by what everybody else do. It is not by what the whole society do, but rather the knowledge here is قال الله قال الرسول بما فهم سلف الأمة. It is what Allah say, the messenger say, and how the companions of the messenger alayhi salatu wassalam, they understood it. طيب. So therefore know that the action, that the knowledge first is the beginning stage. Why? Because it is the asl of the action, right? And it is also its condition. And the action, barakallahu fikum, it is the fruits, and it follows the knowledge. The action follow the knowledge. He say, because لِأَنَّهُ